Hello, brothers and sisters. Mark McManus, UA General President. Last video, I asked the business managers to get me an economic and an unemployment report of each local union, and I'm happy to say that every local union's reported back. On March 1st, 2020, the UA had 38,000 active journeymen and apprentices seeking work, unemployed. By March 31st, that number grew to 68,000 active people looking for work. We presume that number has grown exponentially since then. We've had cities completely shut down: Boston, New York, Seattle, Chicago, Detroit, New Orleans, also states in New York, New Jersey coming online, Washington, Oregon, Ohio, Michigan, California, Louisiana, as well as the province of Quebec. Ontario is mostly closed down, up and down a little bit. The province of Manitoba is down as well at this point in time. So things are fluid and they're changing as this disease goes across two nations. So we wanted to take a look economically where the UA was at, where the membership is at, and what pockets are the work lack of opportunity growing exponentially. The General Secretary Treasurer, Pat Kellett, the Assistant General President, Mike Pleasant, and myself had a meeting with the General Executive Board yesterday to see how we can give relief to local unions and, most importantly, to the members themselves that are economically challenged during this virus and during this shutdown by no fault of their own. We got approved from the General Executive Board no R fees, no reinitiation fees for being late on your dues for 3 months. After 6 months, you are expelled by the UA Constitution, so the dues need to be kept up within 6 months. Most importantly, we approved any active member not earning more than 40 hours of work in a month, not getting 40 hours in a month, will get their dues waived from the United Association. So the folks that aren't getting complete work weeks or a complete month, we will give that. There's dues being collected in a whole different ways across two nations. Some folks pay through the whole year. Some folks pay, brothers and sisters pay month by month. Some folks are a month behind. If you've paid through the whole year and you don't make 40 hours in a month, you will be credited on the back end of that for January of 2021. So if you didn't make 40 hours in the month of March, that's when it's starting, you'll get April's dues updated for you. But if you're paid up further, that's how it will work. We also approved $10 million of the members' money into a budget to give for emergency relief here, to give for this program, and that should last us a couple months. This will get us to August. August, we'll have another General Executive Board meeting as well. But if it grows exponentially and grows faster than we think, we have the ability to add more money to the members' pockets on the dues per capita issue as well. We approved also that local unions can pay en masse for all their members' dues if they choose to. By the Constitution, the members themselves have a monthly minimum requirement. We can waive that and have the local unions pick up all their members' dues if they financially are sound and if they see fit, and that's a local union decision as well. The UA Emergency Relief Fund, this is a fund that we've had for some years. This is the fund that's helped out our brothers and sisters in Hurricane Sandy and the fires up in Fort McMurray, Canada, and the fires out in California, and the floods and the hurricanes in Louisiana, New Orleans, and Texas, Houston specifically, and different other things across the board there. We're going to work with your local union business managers on any loss of life from this virus to be able to activate the Emergency Relief Fund and help the widows out, or the widower out, or the family out, as some, God forbid, of our members have perished as well. Any contributions that any local union would like to make to this fund is also always available. It's on the UA net. It's UA Emergency Relief Fund, and it's always welcome. General Secretary Treasurer Pat Kellett handles that as well for us. please work safe. We've talked about this before. And look after yourselves. And not only are you looking after yourselves, but by your health, you're looking after your coworkers, your brothers and sisters as well. If you're not feeling right, we continue to tell you, and someone at your home is not feeling right, please think twice about spreading it or possibly spreading it to your coworkers out on the job sites as well too. The UA COVID-19 portal lays out all your health questions. Your local unions have all these documents, and there's lots and lots of good resources on health and safety and what the do's and don'ts are, and what the regulations and the requirements for employers and for the union are as well there. So that's a great resource, and we continue to update this every single day just about on the closures of the states as well and the provinces as well, and what the shut-in orders are from the governors and the mayors and even the federal government at certain points. To the next bill on Capitol Hill down here in the Congress, we're working as hard as we ever tried to work on getting some relief for our membership as well, not only from the UA resources, but from the government resources as well too. We've had the worst quarter in the history of the Dow Jones industrial market this past time. So the question is to the politicians, if we're not going to help out the workers of America, the essential workers of America, if not now, when? On the worst quarter of all time. So we're looking for common sense multi-employer pension reform. It is a struggle. We thought we've had the commitment of the President and Steve Mnuchin, as well as Speaker Pelosi and Leader Chuck Schumer as well. We're trying to navigate that through the Republicans in the Senate as well, along with some COBRA funding for health care for folks that are going to be out of work, and as well as continuing to feed the states unemployment insurance. It's been a good start here, but as unemployment ticks up, 6 million Americans out of work within 2 weeks. There's estimates that number can grow to 30 million unemployed Americans, and I know the systems are overloaded and your patience is wearing thin trying to collect some of that money through the states. But we need those coffers filled back up on this next bailout or next piece of legislation, along with the pension legislation. So that's what the United Association's doing on the Hill here. It's frustrating. Am I optimistic? Quite honestly, who knows? It's Capitol Hill in some strange times, but I think the men and women and what you do every day makes the case for us to make the case for you on the Hill. They need to hear from you directly. They need to hear from me directly. You've been doing great work on putting up hospitals in hot spots and working in emergency situations, doing volunteer work, doing things through local union, doing things separately through hospitals. We want to hear about all of those things. Please send them into your business managers, and the business managers will get contacted by the International. We want to share them on Facebook and social media. We want to share them in the UA Journal. We want to share them up in Ottawa and in Washington, D.C. to our legislators on what the essential work is of the United Association and what you folks do for us every single day. So I think that is the best avenue for us to lobby on your behalf for those things. So we're going to give relief for the folks that can't make 40 hours in a month on the dues. We're going to look at more relief when August comes. This is the initial relief in real time. We're going to look for more relief as this rolls out to local unions, to members, to health and safety of members as we go forward. So God bless you all. Look after one another and be strong. Be UA strong for everyone. Thanks for your time.